Hello, my name is Jana Long, and I completed the BLTT training modules last Tuesday, April 2nd. And I'm now recording my reflection on the training to submit to complete the process. First, I'd like to thank all of the presenters that offered and contributed to this extremely useful and informative training. In particular, Dr. Dharma Singh, Kirta Khalsa, and Dr. Walling, and all of the other presenters whose videos I had the privilege to watch. I'm really happy to be done with this training so that I can move forward with sharing it even more within my community. Over the time I did the training, every week I offer 2 online classes to 2 online yoga classes to older adults, people who are 60 years and older. The Monday class is called Monday Morning Mindful Movement and Meditation. And then I offer a class on Wednesdays that's called Being Boomer Yoga Therapeutics. So in order to be in my yoga class, you must be 60 years or older. Most of the participants, there are about 20 of them. They are predominantly women. We have 1 man. They are mostly African American women, but it is a significantly relatively mixed group, and they are log in from different parts of the country. I'm based in Baltimore, so the majority of the participants are in the local area. Most of them have been practicing yoga with me minimally 5 years, some of them as long as 15 years. So we've gotten to know each other very well. I began to share elements of the BLTT training early on as I was studying. In particular, the 4 pillars to prevent dementia and Alzheimer's, and many other diseases as well. But the 4 pillars upon which the research, the BLTT research was based, first and foremost was diet, always and as often as possible stressing the importance of having plants in our diet, and diet overwhelmingly plant-based, not advocating for, vegetarianism or whatever, but certainly advocating that that most of what we eat comes from the plant kingdom. I also did specifically address the benefits of the Mediterranean diet. And the qualities and the foods that comprise that, shared the research of the folks who live in the blue zones, who have experienced longevity and mainly eat a plant-based diet. But as an Ayurvedic advocate, an Ayurvedic lifestyle advocate, I also was able to bring in some elements of the Ayurvedic system and share that with the individuals in my classes regarding diet. These are yoga classes that I offer, so exercise is key, and I'm just very happy to have so many folks who come faithfully to practice yoga. It helps them to feel good. As I said before, my yoga classes are geared for people who are 60 years and older. I stress that there is parts of yoga that take place off the mat so that they understand the or are able to distinguish the hatha yoga practice and not assume that that is all there is to yoga. However, these classes are geared to address acute and chronic discomforts that arise as we move along the aging spectrum. The postures are modified, and individuals are encouraged to work to their best ability. These are not chair yoga classes. However, these individuals are able to get down on the floor and get back up unassisted. That is how I teach online. When I'm teaching in person, I may do chair yoga classes or offer some other practices based on the community that is before me. I was able to share much of the evidence-based research about diet but not eliminating that there could be other diets from other cultures that have not been studied that may be as healthy as the Mediterranean diet. I did not go into supplements because that is outside my scope of knowledge, only encouraging folks that if they have a medical partner, doctor, healthcare provider who has suggested they use or take certain supplements to follow those instructions. But I didn't talk about supplements because I don't have much knowledge about that. When it came to stress, the stress management pillar, that has always been a primary focus of my yoga classes. Learning to sit still, to be still in quiet, to strengthen the back, strengthen the spine, and to be able to sit with ourselves and just notice where our minds take us. The Kirtan Kriya practice was introduced where we could perform that twice a week in both of the yoga classes. Some people take both classes, some take one. So everyone was introduced to Kirtan Kriya. We practiced it over and over again. And many people in my classes reported that Kirtan Kriya helped them to feel better throughout the rest of the day. And they also, some of them said that they found they may not be sleeping longer, but they were sleeping more deeply, and attributed that to the relaxation that they derived from Kirtan Kriya, which seemed to last throughout the day. My plan is to, this was just the introduction. These classes started in March, the second week of March, and we will complete this 6-week session next week, April 14th and 16th, and then I will start another 6-week session the first week of May, and I plan to make Kirtan Kriya a part of every session that I teach, and also setting up just random Kirtan Kriya practices to support my seniors in doing the practice, us coming together in Sangha to do Kirtan Kriya together at least once or twice a week outside of the regularly scheduled program yoga classes. I don't intend to charge anyone for that. This is just to help us maintain the practice of Kirtan Kriya. And finally, spiritual fitness. I'm really proud of the community of seniors that I have cultivated here in Baltimore over the last 15 years. I recognized early on that many older adults, and especially women, live alone, often feel isolated, have no social connections. Yoga has provided a wonderful opportunity to bring people together around something that feels good, that puts us in connection, that supports our health. And this community has grown to the degree that not only do we practice yoga together, there are many of us who connect outside of the yoga class. We have gotten to know each other. We have visited each other in our homes. We've gone on trips together, and we will continue to do that because understanding how important community is to our mental and emotional well-being, and then to learn that community connection, spiritual fitness, our belief in whatever it is we believe in also helps to prevent the onset of dementia and Alzheimer's disease. I shared with my group how women tend to be more likely to develop dementia and Alzheimer's disease, the relationship of the drop in estrogen once we are all post-menopausal women. So all I can say is I'm just so grateful to be able to share this information with my community. And I am so looking forward to continuing to do this work and share this training around Baltimore City, which I understand has a very high incidence of dementia and Alzheimer's, and especially among African Americans. And it is a predominantly African American city in terms of its demographics. I have already booked or been scheduled, I should say, to share the BLTT training with a group of seniors through the Community College of Baltimore County. That will be later this fall. So I'm out here now. We'll continue to work with my yoga community, but seeking to share the brain longevity therapy training as much as I can around my city and within my community. So I just once again want to say thank you to Dr. Dharma, to Kirti, to Dr. Chris Walling, and all of the wonderful presenters who shared so much in-depth information, evidence-based information about preserving our brain health and preventing dementia and Alzheimer's disease. Thank you so much.